So we're going to be talking about the markets that you want to hit in Phnom Penh.
They're mostly for new expats and tourists.
Lots of different markets to check out. These are the ones that we feel are definitely necessary.
Russian market, the night market, and central market. Not in that order, I guess. It was Friday night and we decided to start at the night market. Okay, the night market is pretty small and kind of uneventful if you've been to bigger markets in other parts of Asia. It's near the riverside and around a lot of nightlife. Like, I guess the night market has all the touristy stuff, the skirts and pants and stuff you assume to find in Southeast Asia.
The I Heart Cambodia shirts, they have the Anchor beer shirts, Cambodia beer shirts.
Fake Gucci, fake Louis Vuitton. Some household items, but kind of more of the like souvenir-y stuff that you want to take back. This market is not a good one if you're looking for a place to bargain. I just bought 2 bras and each of them were $3.50. We tried to bargain down and she said no. So yeah.
It's pretty hard to bargain. They're pretty set because it's so close to the riverside.
So most of the night market is open, but then there's these tarps that come down. They're really low. I'm not a tall person.
Definitely you can go there expecting a free show. They usually have live music there, pretty much always come on music.
The same food that you find in street vendors, you can also find at this market. And basically you get a plate and you sit down on these mats and you can listen to the music from the stage. It's small, but it's worth checking out if you're on the riverside, I suppose.
So the next day we started off at Central Market. A muggy July day at Central Market.
No matter what entrance you come from, there's like a bunch of souvenir shops. So again, the same kind of stuff that we were talking about at the night market. The Anchor beer shirts, the traditional skirts, the elephant pants, all that kind of stuff.
Handbags, wallets. It's constructed in 1937.
Yeah, it's like this big dome.
And it's got like 4 like arms around it, like different wings that you can go to. So once you get inside the dome, it's kind of like bright and lit up. There's lots of like jewelry and like gems and stuff like that. Watches, tons of different stuff all lit up.
It's very dazzly inside there. We are not the type of people to know the value of gold or diamonds. I'm not sure if that's your thing. And this is the place to go in Phnom Penh for that.
Everything's all bright and shiny, and then when you go off to like the 4 different sections, then you kind of get into like electronics. We got like a little Bose speaker, usually like 120 bucks. We paid like 25 bucks for it. This is definitely the most spacious market that you're gonna find in Phnom Penh. All the outdoor parts are covered and they're really wide open, easy to walk around. There's like, you can get your hair cut there if you want. There's like barber shops, like you can buy like all the knockoff like Nikes and Vans and stuff like that.
You can bargain down maybe like $1 or $2. And then there's a food area. A lot of the markets are the same for this. Fruits and veggies, cockroaches, tarantulas, scorpions, crickets.
Your favorite?
I don't eat any of this stuff, but you can get it at this market. And then right beside that, there's like this other area where they'll actually prepare food for you so you can get whatever. And it's all really cheap. The food here is really cheap.
The last market that we went to on Saturday was Russian Market, Tultumpong Market.
The Russian Market's name, fun fact, came from in like the 1980s. All the foreigners here mostly were Russian and they would hang out here. Still to this day, it's probably the most popular market where the foreigners do hang out.
If you're talking to tuk-tuk drivers.
Russian Market should not be confused with Orussey Market. They don't speak any English whatsoever. That might sound the same to them. So it's good to know the local name for it as well. The aisles and everything are not wide open whatsoever. They are actually quite narrow, and within like 10 minutes of being there, it's gonna be really hot and really sweaty inside.
tons of different stuff there that you can buy.
The same kind of shirts, the same pants, the same dresses.
There's lots of silks, lots of fabrics that you can get. People sewing and stuff in the back. So if you need to get, you know, shirts made, there's tons of souvenirs to get, alcohol and knives, whatever floats your boat.
Fake bags, Cambodia wallets.
Fake Supreme and stuff like that everywhere, Off-White.
There's an automotive section, there's luggage. It's really all inclusive for stuff that you need if you're just traveling through or if you're a new expat and you don't know where else to go. But I don't think I'm the first to say that Russian market is a lot easier to bargain than Central Market.
I actually bought this shirt. So I just bought this button up. She told me 8, and then I told her I had 5, and then she said 7, and I said I only have 5, and then she said 6, and then we settled on 5. There's also a food area there as well, fairly similar to Central Market.
If you're there around the same time that it's closing, you go outside, that's when all the street vendors come in and you can get lots of local food and everything if that's what you're looking for. I personally like Russian market the most.
I also do like Russian market, I'd say probably the most. It's just the easiest to bargain.
So the markets that we didn't visit for the video, because realistically, we don't really visit these markets. Orussey market, which is actually probably one of the biggest markets here. It's a commercial market, so there's lots of locals there getting the stuff that they need to actually run the businesses in Phnom Penh. You can pretty much find anything that you need at Orussey market except for the touristy stuff.
Then there's Olympic market and BKK market. These markets are even more local. They go there for like fashion, vintage stuff.
Then there's Kandal Market and Old Market. If you're here for a long enough time, definitely worth checking out to see what the local culture is like. So we talked about the Phnom Penh night market, but there's also Jet's Container. It's more of like beers and restaurants, nightlife kind of thing. I wouldn't really put it into the same category as Russian Central and the night market.
This is a very like broad view of kind of all the markets.
These are truly the markets that we go to.
Central market, Russian market, night market.
Or don't bargain too low, be respectful, whatever, all that yada yada.